My Hero Academia has kicked off the third season in full on Toonami, and the Forest Training Camp arc has entered a new phase as the Vanguard Action Squad of the League of Villains has begun their attacks. The last episode saw Midoriya take on one of these strong villains, and ended up battered and bruised as a result. But most importantly, victorious. Now it's just a matter of finding out how the other students will fare against the League of Villains. It's Class 1B's Tatsu and Kendo's turn at bat. Read on to catch up on My Hero Academia's latest episode on Toonami. Shigaraki and Kurogiri are wondering whether or not the Vanguard Action Squad will be fine on their own. But Shigaraki is working it like a video game as he uses his pawns to make cracks in the hero world, where whether they win or lose does not matter. They just need to make an impact. Meanwhile, Midoriya tells Kota he had to defeat Muscular just so they can escape. But now he's worried about telling the others about the villain's plans. He has Kota hang on to his back and the two manage to get off the mountain. He's worried about Bakugo. Meanwhile, it's revealed Aizawa managed to escape Dabi's fire attack and binds him with his cloth. He tries to bind him further, but Dabi dissolves into a puddle. A masked villain, twice, is seen with Dabi and it's revealed that he created a copy of Dabi to fight. Midoriya crosses paths with Aizawa, and Aizawa asks him if he's forgotten the events of Hasu. He lets Midoriya relay the message to Mandalay and the others, but asks to give her an additional message. Midoriya soon arrives to help Mandalay and Tiger against Spinner, and asks her to use her telepath ability. Aizawa's message is that he'll allow the students to engage in combat with the villains and use the efforts of their training to fight back. They had no other choice. Kota's worried about Midoriya even more so, and Aizawa calms him down and says Kota will have to thank him when he sees him. Midoriya relays the message that the villains are after Kacchan, and Magna nearly attacks him. But Spinner stops Magna, claiming that Stain wanted to keep him alive. The message about them wanting Bakugo goes out, but Bakugo and Todoroki are still fighting off against the toothy leather villain Moonfish. Tatsu and Kendo realize the gas has not spread throughout the whole forest, and figure out it's someone's quirk and working like a typhoon with a villain at the center. The two decide to rush headfirst into the gas, and Sun come across the villain, Mustard, at the center. He shoots Tatsu with a gun at point-blank range. It breaks his gas mask, and now Tatsu is stuck holding his breath while keeping his body covered in steel. He begins to take damage from Mustard's gunshots, and Mustard reveals he can track their movements in the gas by the way it flows. Tatsu begins to take more damage from the gunshots as he struggles to hold his breath. He's pinned down, and Mustard begins to toy with him. He's starting to fade, but Kendo manages to strike Mustard. She grows her hands and begins waving them around, and the gas begins to blow away. While Mustard's distracted, Tatsu gets back up and lands a steel punch on him. Knocking Mustard out, Tatsu can finally catch his breath. Midoriya runs through the forest and soon comes across an injured Shoji, and he mentions Tokoyami's quirk has been activated. Tokoyami's quirk is going out of control, and they'll have to get by him in order to get to Bakugo. My Hero Academia was created by Kohei Horikoshi and has been running in Shueisha's Weekly Shonen Jump since July 2014. The story follows Izuku Midoriya, who lives in a world where everyone has powers, even though he was born without them. Dreaming to become a superhero anyway, he's eventually scouted by the world's best hero All Might and enrolls in a school for professional heroes. The series has been licensed by Viz Media for an English-language release since 2015. 0 comments. Have you subscribed to Comic Book Nation, the official podcast of comicbook.com yet? Check it out by clicking here or listen below. In this latest episode, we talk about Star Wars, Episode 9, Avengers, Endgame opening early and more. Make sure to subscribe now and never miss an episode.